Okay, I'm taking a little break from the Costa Rica videos to share um, back here in Idaho. So we're going to start at this great little place in Stanley, the Mountain Village Inn, I think it's called. Great place if you have dogs for just a starting point. This is Brad playing with Koda the night before we backpack in. So we're all packed. It's a little smoky. And first you head to Redfish Lodge. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. And there's parking right there. So on the left, there was some parking. You might find parking up here also, but usually someone beats us to it. So this would be the road to Redfish Lodge, where you can just go up to the dock and catch a ferry for about $20 a person. That takes you across to Bench Lakes. It's very pretty. Kind of just another fun part of the trip, a little perk. Best to head out in the morning so you have, plenty of time and you're well rested for your hike. There are other trails, and you can hike around the lake from Redfish Lodge. You can hike all the way to Bench Lakes from there, but this cuts the hike down just a little bit. Isn't that gorgeous? The Sawtooth Mountains, Stanley, Idaho. So they're Alpine Lakes, Lily Ponds, and Bench Lakes. We are headed to Bench Lakes. So we went in July. Very little precipitation this year. Any creeks that there may have been were dry. So definitely bring some water for your dogs and for yourself. There's the first Bench Lake. We really were excited to arrive. It was ultimately about 7 or 8 miles to get to our camp spot. So not not much further. If you stick to go around the lake to the left here, you will then soon come up to the second Bench Lake, and that's where we camped. Look at Koda, keeping cool.
What a mess she's going to be when she gets into the silt. What a girl. Yeah.
truly did not disappoint. I mean, just absolutely stunning, gorgeous, natural alpine lake under those sawtooth mountains. Just incredibly beautiful. I think that's Hayburn Mountain. Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure. Um, there's Hamish. The dogs did great. The hike was not difficult for the dogs. Just sharing the photos that I can. Um, as you know, as breathtaking as these are, it's just even more so in person. And I had to have a nice little swim the first evening. A little chilly, but really mostly just refreshing and very enjoyable. Reach the bottom yet? Cheers. This is heavy.
Very heavy. And creamer and sodas and milks.
Worth it.
Worth it.
To make oxygen choices.
Have to make oxygen choices.
A little pizza and wine, our first night. Hope you caught that reference to Walter Mitty. Okay, so first morning we wake up, we hear something, and yeah, you're gonna get to see in the background there some sweet deer came through camp a couple of times actually, and we could see them around the lake getting a drink now and then. A friend of mine shared that one of these curious little deer actually came to his hammock and woke him up one morning. So very friendly deer up at the bench lakes. And I'll just let you watch.
Right there, right there. It's gonna fly away. Hey, grouse. What's up, grouse?
So just enjoying all of the wildlife, playing around with this little grouse, and then we decided that we actually wanted to hike up to the third and fourth bench lakes. I'd heard the fourth bench lake is just absolutely gorgeous, must see. So that was our goal for a little day trip. Oh, well, and there's the view from that hike. Watch for those stacked rocks. So do you see that on the right of the screen there? Stacked rocks. When the trail is difficult to see, those stacked rocks are everywhere that kind of guide you and show you the way. And then we did find this little creek on the way to the fourth lake under the brush for the dogs to cool off and to refill our
Koda.
canteens.
I got you. Here. You can go. Go ahead.
Koda, come. Good doggies. Yay! Yay!
She just stepped on her leash while she tried to go forward.
Okay. Koda, come.
Really is pretty steep at some parts on this day hike. And you do go
I hear
through a
voices.
boulder field. So that part is difficult for the dogs. When we came back, we went around the boulder field. And this is our ascent to Bench Lake number 4.
Well, once again, our ascent upon the lake is an ascent upon people.
Koda.
Don't be discouraged. There was a group camping, and they, could be noisy at times, but for the most part, it didn't feel like there was really too many other people around. And where we camped, we were undisturbed most of the time.
Go ahead. You want me to go first? Koda's not sure. Good girl.
So heading back down, we actually just went up a little further to get these great views of the whole thing. And then we got back down to our camp for the evening. Look at those fish jump.
Did you find a huckleberry?
Our last evening, the smoke was starting to come back in, and we just walked from our camp a little bit to take a look at that first bench lake again. And here we are, our last morning, heading out, heading back home. What a wonderful backpacking trip we had.
Hey, Grousey. Hey, Grousey. Hey, Grousey.
So we did 2.5 hours. That's my Onyx tracker, and then I had the All Trails one also. But 2.5 hours at an easy pace of 1.4 miles per hour to get 3.75 miles. That was about halfway. And then ultimately hiking 7.8 miles to our destination and gaining about 1,243 feet in elevation just to get to that bench lake number 2. And that's it. That's our awesome trip. I would like to leave you with some miscellaneous footage of beautiful scenery. This one's right by our camp where we could just go swimming. Hope you enjoyed what we've shared, and I really hope you get to go explore the bench lakes in the sawtooths of Idaho yourself. Oh my goodness. Cold, babe. Not bad, not horrible. Refreshing after that hike.
Nope.